Oh yeah. So there's really a lot of conscious and unconscious bias, but for me, I'm so much aligned on the unconscious bias. Yeah, uh, because it's really hard to confirm that uh, maybe for people who are sentimental, that these biases are very much intended for the negative, especially for the negative that they do bring out. For the positive, I believe it's well intended to have positive results. But for the unconscious, these are things that are made, let's say policies made in the right way with a good heart, but eventually they end up affecting genders in other ways. Unconscious bias often results in women. For example, in unconscious bias, you find that women are being undervalued in business settings, whether through hiring practices, investment decisions, consumer behavior, and so many other ways. I don't believe that someone suddenly sits and says they are going to directly affect, but maybe you find that the policies they have made are not really supporting women. Let's say in hiring, where there are limitations. I'll give an example of Kenya. Female entrepreneurs report that they face a lot of scrutiny from investors compared to their male counterparts, which limits their access to capital. But also in Uganda, yes, women are often viewed as high-risk borrowers in the banking sector, despite evidence that they can be reliable in paying loans. So this really limits them a lot. Yes. So you find that they'll, let's say, deny them a loan, and maybe as someone you have to be married, maybe your husband has to first sign. It doesn't show that someone has a potential to really take a loan. Like I can't go me as Aisha, no matter how much I've been in business and have proven that I can work. I can't just go and say I need a loan. They'll say, will she manage? Maybe I've gone to the top of level of C, or they'll question and say, does she deserve this? Really? Didn't she have to do uh, monkey tricks for her to get there? Like there are so many biases, and these biases have long-term consequences, some of which are like slower growth for women-led businesses. So many opportunities have been missed as in the market as a whole, because if you have limitation, let's say in hiring, and you choose to make people view a perspective that, let's say, a woman, because of her gender, not any other factor, she cannot do something, then you'll fail. Gender focused policies help to boost innovation, by encouraging businesses to tap into consumer segments and address what previously overlooked needs. You'll agree with me that in very many cases where they put gender focused policies, there's a bit of improvement. There's what they call BBEE, yeah, the broad-based Black economic empowerment, yeah. An example of this, for people who are familiar with South Africa, I know Arthur and some people have been here. I don't know whether they're familiar with this. This policy encourages diversity in business, which results to more inclusive products and services, because they encourage what? Diversity. Similarly, in Uganda, we have a policy, for example, Buy Uganda, Build Uganda, Bubu. Yes, Bubu in a way supports, this policy supports women-led businesses, especially in agriculture, and this helps to spur away what? Competition and innovation. Yeah, but there's a caution, because there's two sides of the coin. If these policies aren't effectively implemented, they can create bottlenecks and limit innovation by imposing unnecessary restrictions. I'm well cognizant of the fact that there are so many policies and things that are done, and I'm like, now the boy child, I'll fear for them sometimes. But there are things, the only challenge is that on the side of women, it's that policies have been put. That's the extent we've gone to. And it's because Vincent brought it out well. It's because our culture, you know, both tribe, religion, and other things that we term as culture have influenced these policies. But they have caused a lot of limitations. So we need to look at in the effectiveness of the policies. Whichever way they come through, we need to find ways of supporting both sides.